And here with me is one of the panelists. What's your name again?
Daniel Alejandro Leon.
Well, thank you very much. How you doing, Daniel?
I'm doing well, Excited to be on this panel.
So how did this panel get organized initially, and when were you given a role in it?
Dr. Al and I have actually been talking about the panel since the summer. I'm kind of talking about trying to get the community involved for Maryland, especially because it's going to be on the ballot. The DREAM Act is going to be on the ballot for the state of Maryland. And so we were really trying to get the school and the community involved and educated about the DREAM Act.
Wow, well, thank you. I think we all appreciate it.
No problem.
So, do you yourself have any personal history with something like the DREAM Act and what it curtails? And if so, would you feel comfortable telling your story?
Yeah, of course. I actually came here at the age of 5, undocumented. I originally was here with a visa, but overstayed my visa. I've gone through all my schooling here from first grade all the way through now. I'm about to graduate from American University. So actually it wasn't until my senior year in high school where I was applying to colleges that I really realized like I couldn't go to school simply because of my undocumented status and my financial status due to that.
That's a story we hear with a lot of undocumented students. They go to college and then realize their status, and even as hard as they tried, it's still unable to be resolved. And they'll find out in the worst ways, in the middle of application process, or even in a random confrontation with the police. How did you come to terms with it, and what was the process with officializing your immigration status?
Yeah, so I've actually been an applicant for over 10 years now, and I'm still undocumented to this day. I'm applying to deferred action, the Obama policy that will at least allow me to work within the United States, but I'm still sort of limited to some extent in the sense of being able to travel and actually having an actual status here. As far as overcoming it, I ended up taking a year off school because I couldn't pay for community college. I couldn't get all that done. And basically someone heard my story, found out who I was, and through various scholarships such as the Jack Kent Cooke Scholarship that pays $30,000 a year for my undergraduate education, Coca-Cola Scholarship, Guys White Scholarship, I've been able to completely fund my entire undergraduate career.
Oh, that's an amazing story. You said that you're here as a senior at AU. What are you going to be graduating in a major with?
Yeah, so I'm in international studies, focused on race relations in Latin America, and I'll be graduating with my BA in May 2013.
Great. Do you have any plans for the future, and what do you want to do with the education you'll be leaving AU with?
So after leaving here, the hope is to be able to go get some private sector experience. I've had a lot of nonprofit sector experience, such as interning at the William J. Clinton Foundation in New York City. And now that I've had my nonprofit experience, I want to get more experience in the entertainment industry to try to use media as a medium for social change.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I hope that all works out for you.
Thank you.
And is there any advice that you'd like to give to AU students or any students who also may be undocumented individuals?
To be honest, just look for the resources. They exist. I think when I first found out I was undocumented, I was like, I'm all by myself. There's no one else that has this. I'm the only one who understands. And I really realized, like, through community meetings that there are people who are just like me, who are going through the same things. Try to find a mentor, someone who knows what scholarships you can apply to, knows what immigration status you could probably get changed into and all that. So just finding a mentor.
On the panel today, we heard a lot about the organizing aspect of around the DREAM Act and the Dreamers, and ways that people unite and ways that people have come out. Right now, if you can tell the AU community, what do you think is the best way for undocumented students to come out and unite amongst one another?
I think the best way is just sharing their story. People need to know who we are, that we're not just a figure from some research paper that someone wrote, that we're actually people that have lived here, and really let them know that this is our home. I think they can unite through many ways, maybe through United We Dream. We're a national organization that tries to gather as many dreamers so that they know that they're not alone. I think it's essential to really educate themselves about what really about not just immigration, but about the DREAM Act, about the community that it's affecting. I think it's essential to know like what's really happening in your state. There's been many studies, of course, that show, in certain states, this is how much immigrants contribute. And so even if they're going to be interns or staff within a Congress member's office, I think it's essential to know the numbers. I think at the end of the day, you still have to record who called for or against an issue. But at the same time, they should be educated so that even when their Congress member comes and says, what is that about? They'll be able to tell them the real story, our story, and not just some statistic or some something that may be misconstrued.